This situation with Tiffany Henyard just gets more interesting every day. So yesterday they had a trustee meeting where she was a no-show. Her or that other trustee that has these essay allegations against him, he was also a no-show. But somebody that showed up for the Dalton residents was former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot, and she's been hired to come on as to investigate the finances and other things that the situation that went on in Las Vegas. She's coming on to investigate Tiffany Henyard and all her shenanigans, and the people are very happy about that. During this trustee meeting, it was very quiet. It was done in decency. It was done in order. There was a lot of things expressed. There was a lot of vetoes overturned. There was a lot of things that went on. But let's look at Kiana Belcher and what she had to say, because there was a child that was kicked out of the Easter egg during an Easter egg hunt or something they had because Tiffany Henyard and the mom didn't agree politically. So she had the chief of police kick the little boy out. So let's look at what Kiana Belcher did for this little boy. Check this out.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. We have a special surprise today, and we don't take stuff lightly that goes on in Dalton. So I know a lot of people see stuff that's happening on YouTube, on Facebook, and different things. The reason I'm standing up because I seen something on Facebook last week that really struck a nerve to me. We are not responsible for what our police officers do. We would hope that they would do what's in the best interest of the community. But the video that went out with Ms. Hill getting put out and that baby crying really touched me, because it was like you were ruining a special moment for a little child. So today we wanted to make sure that he won't look at Easter so in a negative way. Ms. Hill, are you here?
Yes, she's in the back.
Come on.
Please stand up. Give her a round of applause, everybody.
So Dalton Police Chief, just to catch you guys up really quick, Dalton Police Chief kicked this little boy out of an Easter egg hunt that was set up by Mayor Tiffany Henyard. The Dalton Police Chief kicked this little boy out of an Easter egg hunt because Mayor Henyard did not like her mother's politics.
We want to remember those moments, so we want him to make sure that he does see the Easter Bunny, and the trustees got him a special little basket, because we don't want that negative light on our community.
Dalton Police Chief.
It's about these things impact small children, and we don't want to make up Easter as a negative thing.
The Dalton
So we
Police
just wanted to
Chief
make sure that he had
kicked out this family from Mayor Tiffany Henyard's Easter celebration of her.
And then we get to all the overturned vetoes where a lot of the trustees was trying to make change or bring about change within the city to actually save the mayor from herself. And they wanted to have access to see where the money was being spent. That was vetoed. She vetoed so many different things. So now she was a no-show. Lori Lightfoot shows up, and you can see the trustees now, they was overturning those vetoes. So now they can go to search and for the money. They can find out what happened in Las Vegas. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of changes coming to Dalton. Check this out.
All right, next on the agenda, there's no old business. We'll go to new business. Item A is a motion to terminate contract for Olson, Murphy, Frazier, McGrath, and as legislative counsel. Attorney Olson, you want to make a motion? Okay, so I'll ask, is there a motion to terminate the contract?
There's a motion to terminate this lawyer's
A motion
contract.
that fails to proceed. Next on the agenda is a motion to override the mayor's veto message that was issued on March 4th, 2024. I will make the motion to override and elaborate if we have a second. So see, do we have a second? listed in the veto. In that veto, it vetoed item 1, the transferring of litigation files from Delgado Law Group to Olson, Murphy, Frazier, and McGrath. Item 2 that was vetoed, referring the Delgado Law Group to the appropriate agency for misconduct, essentially. Item 3, the motion to approve payment of invoices, specified invoices owed to Olson and Murphy, Frazier, and McGrath. Item 4, directing the village administrator to provide access key cards to the trustees so that we can have our meeting in Village Hall. And the clerk as well. Item 5,
Mayor
directing the
Tiffany
village administrator
Henyard
to
locked
make
the
payments
trustees out of Village Hall.
to tender all payments made to the village for any reason, including Las Vegas junkets, the mayor's Tahoe car payments, and security deal from June 1st to present. And those records should have been turned over within 7 days. That has not occurred, and that was vetoed, and now we're here to override that. Item 6, all monetary payments to Delgado Law Group will only continue in his capacity as village prosecutor, which is what he was originally approved for. Item 7 being the discussion and approval of the intergovernmental agreement the board approved with Dalton Park District. That intergovernmental agreement was put in place so that the Park District can get the permits needed to receive a $600,000 grant to beautify the parks. That was vetoed, and we are here to override that today.
And then you have the media coverage. You have the news coverage, national, international, local. Everybody has their eyes on Dalton, Illinois. They want to know what's going on in Dalton. They want to know what's going on with Mayor Tiffany Henyard and her police department. So Fox 32 was down there reporting on what was going on, and now with Larry Lightfoot coming into the fold, this is what the news had to say. Check this out.
And I'm Casey Cronus, live in South Suburban Dalton, where a highly anticipated meeting ends in the hiring of former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot. She is now tasked with investigating the village's embattled mayor, Tiffany Henyard, who did not show up tonight.
She has more authority to get what we're missing to seal this deal and take our community back.
Lightfoot starts her new role as special investigator for the village of Dalton tomorrow. She will be launching a probe into Henyard's mishandling of village funds. A trustee tonight says the village is more than $7 million in debt. Henyard last month vetoed calls for an investigation into herself, but that was overturned tonight. Lightfoot has also been asked to investigate a work trip to Las Vegas last year, which resulted in a former employee alleging she was sexually assaulted by a village trustee, then fired for speaking up. That trustee was one of 2 not in attendance tonight, along with Henyard. The move to hire Lightfoot was made by 4 village trustees who say they are looking to take their community back. Earlier today, Michael Delgado, who was hired by Mayor Henyard as the village's prosecutor, sent a letter to the legal team representing the trustees, stating that if Lightfoot is appointed as additional legislative counsel, it would violate code, and Henyard will not approve any payments to the former Chicago mayor, claiming her appointment would violate the law because the trustees already have an attorney. Tonight, Bert Odelson, one of the lawyers for the trustees, responded, saying that to avoid another lawsuit, they wouldn't move to appoint Lightfoot as additional counsel, rather a special investigator.
I commit to you that I will follow the facts where they lead without bias. At the conclusion of this investigation, I will provide an assessment of the findings and the recommendations, and I welcome and urge the full cooperation by Mayor Henyard, her staff, all village trustees, vendors, and others.
This board specifically has made reaches to the state's attorney, attorney general, governor's office, and as we know, there are ongoing, well, it's been reported that there's ongoing investigations from federal entities. Those entities, as we know, can take anywhere from 2 months to 5 years. We feel this option will give us an independent process.
We have reached out to Henyard and her team for comment, but have not yet heard back. This job for Lightfoot comes with a paycheck of $400 an hour. The trustees here tonight say it will be capped at $30,000 when they will then check in and reassess her role. Live in the village of Dalton, Casey Cronus, Fox 32, Chicago.
So with Lori Lightfoot coming in, a lot of residents are very happy. But there was one resident, a man, who got up to the podium and spoke, and he challenged Lori Lightfoot, and he asked the right questions. He wanted to know if she had a relationship with Miss Tiffany Henyard, and would that relationship hinder her ability to actually investigate Tiffany Henyard and all her misdeeds. And a lot of people on the board and a lot of people was very upset, but he said he doesn't want history to repeat itself. He doesn't want to see things go backwards. And he's questioning how Tiffany Henyard became the mayor in the first place. So he put former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot on the hot seat and asked some questions, and he should have asked those questions. It was responsible of him to ask those questions. This right here is what he asked.
I'm concerned about Dalton, and I do not want history to repeat itself. When I think about how Tiffany Henyard got in this position, it is very bothersome. And I don't want that to happen again. So for the ex-mayor of Chicago, we want to first make sure that you do not have a personal relationship with Tiffany, because I have seen pictures with you and Tiffany on them together. We want to also make sure
might be a personal relationship between Mayor Henyard and Lori Lightfoot.
Like it happened with Tiffany. Tiffany made all these promises. We thought she was going to do this, we thought she was going to do that, and we're in this position. So no disrespect to you.
Can you say conflict of interest?
Just make sure that we're making the right decision and that history does not repeat itself.
Well, sir, again, thank you for your questions. I don't know specifically what history you're talking about. Let me just finish my part. I honestly know Mayor Henyard as I do most of the mayors in the Southland, having been the mayor of Chicago. Not surprised that you're going to see a picture of me. Ms. Henyard takes pictures with lots of people. But what I can assure you is...
Mayor Henyard even has pictures with Joe Biden.
And frankly, I don't have a professional relationship with her. I think the last time I had any contact with her was probably 3+ years ago, right after she was sworn in as mayor of Dalton. So I'm not surprised, and I raised this issue frankly proactively with the trustees and council, but I value my reputation and my integrity. And I would not have taken on the contemplation of this assignment if I felt like there was any conflict of interest.
Again, to follow up, what I said was not to insult you.
No, no insult, no offense was taken by me. I understand the question that you were raising. I think I've addressed the question. So I think we should move on.
So as you can see, he did the right thing, but then we get to Miss Lori Lightfoot herself. And she got up there, she spoke, she said all the right things. And you know, I'm skeptical about her, but I'm skeptical about her as mayor because she was the only one-term mayor in the city of Chicago in the last 40 years. But maybe, you know, maybe as a prosecutor or whatever, you know, investigator will see how good she can be, if she can get the job done or not. But she said all the things that she was supposed to say. The people in the town of Dalton seem to be very happy to see her there. But let's listen to what she had to say, and we'll come right back.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for that incredibly warm and welcome reception. Let me first acknowledge and thank the many residents of this fine village who have extended themselves and given me strong words of encouragement. I can tell from this turnout, there's got to be close to 200 people here, that people in this village want something different, want to go in a different direction. And I want to assure you that it's for you that I am here. And I will do my utmost if this motion is passed, to make sure that I serve you with integrity. I also want to acknowledge and thank the trustees who are here. And thank you for your confidence in me to conduct a thorough and timely and independent investigation into the matters outlined in the motion regarding Mayor Tiffany Henyard and her administration. As someone who's made good governance the cornerstone of my public service career, I recognize maintaining the trust of those you serve and making decisions in their best interest is absolutely essential. The residents of Dalton deserve nothing less than a government that is fully accountable, responsive, transparent, and effective stewards of your precious tax dollars. As a lawyer and former federal prosecutor and mayor, I bring expertise in leading investigations of this kind and understand the complex challenges of government. I will commit to you that I will follow the facts where they lead without bias and reserve comments from this night forward until the work is complete. At the conclusion of this investigation, I will provide an assessment of the findings and the recommendations, and I welcome and urge the full cooperation by Mayor Henyard, her staff, all village trustees, vendors, and others who have information relevant to this inquiry. Thank you very much.
In closing, I would say this: I'm happy to see Lori there. I want Black people to get to a position where they can take care of themselves. They can get Dalton together on their self. There's a lot of competent people that's there in Dalton and around Dalton that can come to that can actually get the city under control. Get Tiffany out of there, and we need to see more Black faces and people look like us that's in there that can actually do the job, get the job done, and just get the city back to being quiet. They don't need to be all in this national spotlight and all these different things. You have competent, I'm sure you have competent Black folks there that can do the job. We are capable. Look at me. Everybody look at me. We are capable. Turn around to your neighbor and say it to him. Touch your neighbor and say, we are capable. We are capable. We don't need the W Society and the W Conservatives and all these other groups coming over, putting their nose in our business. We are capable. And you need to keep saying that. We're capable. I've done many videos on this topic here, discussing Dalton, but I'm telling you that we are capable. We don't need no interference. We just need to clean up our own mess. That's our job, man. So hopefully Lori Lightfoot can come in, bring some stability, get some order, and maybe and as more of this go, I'll talk about more of it. But I'm gonna cut this video short here. Leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. Hit that like button if you made it that far. Subscribe to Street Media TV. Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.